Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 410. Oh, I've been trying to get this kicked off for the last hour and a half. There's always new problems. It's always changing. There's always other things getting in the way too.
I'm loving, I'm finding love, I'm hiding,
Finding love
I'm searching,
online.
I'm loving, I'm finding.
Very loving ufology, that's for sure. There's certainly a dark side to it. Let's party, exposing the frauds and the cover-ups. Must be some good footage out there somewhere. Just need the sky watchers that are keeping it to themselves to bring it forward.
I'm searching.
Only one so far, Mojo. And he refused to give it to Third Phase of the Moon when they wanted it. And Tyler. Because he wanted credible researchers to take it seriously. Unfortunately, he didn't trust MUFON. That was a bad move. But he went with Dr. Greer, which is like a super bad move. Anyway, it's good to be back for another live stream. Although probably no one will be joining me again, as usual. It does help if people join me on the live, because it makes me want to keep coming back and doing more. I don't believe we need YouTube just to have people to come on a live show, surely, when they could just spend 1 minute joining Twitch and then join on the side chats, just the same as you would on YouTube anyway. It's probably better than YouTube, the super chats. You keep all the money to yourself if you set it up right with OBS, which we have got a link there in our website, as well as in the About tab of Twitch here. Anyone out there? I need to do a few checks. There's been a few changes in the system since last time. I'm not even sure if it's streaming now. It reckons it is. 410. It's growing, going upwards. More catch-ups. Not ketchups, catch-ups. On UFO topics, vids, etc. UFO news. Hang on, it's the side chat done. So, yeah, it's got to be late in America right now, isn't it? Normally I'm ending about now, but then you never know. Someone might be around. Let me just do a check on the audio. Okay, it sounds like it's going all right there. I can't hear any crackling on the feed test thing. So, yeah, where do we begin? I haven't had time to research anything, but I have been keeping an eye on some things that's developing out there. A lot of drama, infighting. So last videos I've been putting up have been on other topics other than UFOs, but I have done an update on security, as you know, and looks like it may have done something. Let's have a look. So I'll just go to my videos. So I put out this one here, the famous deleted video faked by Tyler Klotner of security. This one he discarded back in 2014 because it proved that he was a fraud and a hoaxer. Why do you think he would keep it on once he's found out? He tried to edit it at the time. If you wanted the full details on that particular event. Google Camera the Dazzle Man, he's the one that first outed it, and I have taken it over and found others that he's done similar. So the first half, the first 5 minutes is his original video, and the second half is it with the voice decloaked. This is way before deepfake voices software was out, and all those nut jobs out there that thinks I'm part of the government that's trying to undermine them are crazy as. Still get lots of insults. But believe me, guys, I'm only after the truth and disclosure on the UFO topic. I'm a believer, and I've had my own experiences. I do debunk still, because there's a lot of garbage out there. So if you're after the real facts and details, and not just a talking head that talks a load of garbage and also lies about people and frauds that he teams up with, go ahead, go and join that guy and keep throwing money at him, because you ain't going to get any truth out of that guy and ufology through him. He's a Mr. Zero, and you know who I'm talking about, so I'll probably cover him in a minute. He's a bit of a joke, really, considering he used to be a skeptic and debunker, and now he's seeing the dollar signs. That will never happen to me, even if I was offered all their money, the millions of dollars, to join them. I wouldn't. If I sued them and took money off them, I wouldn't be able to keep it, because I wouldn't feel right thinking it's dirty money. I would have to give it away to other UFO folks to buy cameras and stuff, rather than spend it on myself. Although maybe I should spend it on the channel and make it the best channel out there and actually do that UFO bus idea. But no way would I be able to keep it for my own personal buying house and food and stuff, because I'm at the moment below poverty line anyway. You got to remember, I used to be a high paying job until I got sick in the computer industry on $40 an hour. You don't get paid that money for not knowing anything. It's a high pressure job, 60 hours a week, and you could earn lots and lots of money. Lots of money. And it just piles up in the bank, which you need for a rainy day if you're a contractor. The taxman tries to take a lot of it off you, of course. Nowadays, people don't want to work. But at least I've paid my taxes for now. When I'm sick, they can pay some of it back. So I kept people on unemployment for many years. Now they can do the same for me. So that's the thing. You got to pay forward. And I think I got a lot of balance in life. You know, I'm not left or right. I never voted for the same political party all my life, and I do change sides or go for the middleman, which can stir some trouble for all the crooks and frauds that live in politics, and a lot of them in the government and also the military. And of course online, and Google's no better. Google is the fraud's enabler, as I call them. They're the ones that are making millions of dollars of fraudsters posing stuff on their video channels, which is untrue. But soon as they get involved in politics and delete channels because they don't like what they're saying, because it goes against their own sort of beliefs, which is what they're now doing with UFO channels, I think. And they've cut back on what's allowed on UFO channels and promoting them. And you'll see it's very hard to find stuff, new content. It's always the old stuff you'll find, or what you see on Fox News, which tends to be 50% true. You know, there's a lot of crazy videos they put up which are fakes with their interviews, which is not good. And lots of incorrect facts that come on TV shows, as I pointed out. Speaking of which, Expedition X was a bit of a flop. And they had Lou on there again. And they go out diving and find a ship, which you expect them to find lots of ships there. And planes and all sorts of things that dumped off into the sea during wartime. But yeah, they never found anything. And the thing that was creating light in the water, I'm pretty sure, would be some sort of fish that's using that particular bioluminescence plankton that they eat. Probably squid, probably. Something that comes from the deep to the surface to feed at night and then goes back down again. Certainly didn't look like anything ET or UFO-like to me. It looked pretty small. Interesting episodes though, Season 3, Episodes 6 and 7. Go and check them out. Let's see, I should bring it up on the screen while I'm talking about it, I guess. Like I said, I'll keep you in touch, even though the lack of donations, lack of support, lack of people coming on live shows hasn't stopped me still coming here and doing a show once a week or so when I can, because I've got lots of other projects I have to do around the house. Expedition Season 3, Expedition X. I found Destination Truth a lot better series actually, but they saw that the new Expedition Unknown wasn't as good as Destination Truth, so now they've got this X one, which is sort of copying Destination Truth. So there's the 3 amigos. But they need to start being a bit more critical thinking again, because they're starting to lose it, and also fact checking before they air it. As we found out, they were lying about the thing being cold. So in fact, it was actually hot. Misinformation. Yeah, so the episode 7 was quite interesting. He was underwater with a UV robot, and they were detecting some radiation and some electromagnetic disturbance, and saw a light flash, which I thought may have been someone with a undersea drone looking around themselves. I'm not sure if they can see underwater when it swims underwater. I know certain distances you can transmit radio waves, can't you? But normally it's done by a line that floats on a buoy on top of the water or something like that as it goes down deeper, which is possible. And then it just winds it back in. So you never know what sort of technology is out there now. But whether fishermen are using it to dive down, see where the fish are, and then fly off. Because that's what it looked like to me. When she saw it from far away, she saw it actually come out the water and fly slowly upwards. It didn't shoot off at hypersonic speed, like the Nimitz. To me, it looked like it was a drone coming out of the water and struggling to get into air, and it got faster and faster and then went off, and it looked like it was fairly small. But we can't discount it being a alien drone, of course, because they didn't get enough close enough footage. And you think they've got all that camera there, that they would have the best optical zoom focus they could get on that to zoom into that object while they saw it. So they had plenty of time to do it. Like I said, you have always multiple cameras set up anyway, so they would be capturing the wide angle while you try and zoom in on the thing, or you get some extra helpers. So episode 7 is the one to catch. Aliens of the Deep, I think it is, or Into the Ocean. No, Into the Ocean is one to catch, or both of those actually. Skinwalker Ranch is a wee bit of a flop. Better pause that. It's okay, a bit boring, less scientific than it is more religious, this series. They still haven't brought any decent people in to read the land, to read the people, like psychics. There's a couple that I'd probably would put to the test myself, or are more believable that they're able to tap into something, and that's the one that's on what's it called, with the cop. It's funny how your mind goes. And also the other one series with the guy from Coast to Coast, what's his name? Both I can't remember. What was it? Something Files, was it? Medium Ghost Shows. Let's see if I can jog my memory. Not Medium. The Dead Files, that's it. What's her name? Amy Allen. They should get her on there. In fact, they probably would do it because they would make money off their own episodes. And the other one. What's his name? David Schrader or something? I'm hopeless, aren't I? Not Chip Coffee. I don't know. I don't think he's as good as the other people, or I just don't trust him for some reason. But he could be another one that you could get on there. You could get 3 on there to test them and just bring them in and have them on the show and see if they'll read on different days, pick up the same things, alright? What's the other girl? The other girl I think is like the top class one. She comes out with names and things, a bit like Sense and Murder New Zealand guys, psychics from Australia and New Zealand were doing. What was the other show? Not Dead Files. What's it called? Holster Files? Something like that. Let me see. Holster. Is that Files? Is that the one? That one, yeah. Okay, what's Dave, what's his name? Schrader. And what was the psychic? Kathy something? Not that Brandon Fugel would listen to me, but I actually did tell her to look at getting David Schrader and this team on, actually. Because they seem to do pretty good investigations, looking at the facts, history, and finding out stuff other people didn't. What's her name? Cindy, that's the one. Media Cindy. Not only that, she's pretty, so she'll be good for the ratings. She's the most pretty one out of all the 3 of them, anyway. So yeah, Skinwalker Ranch needs to do that. But what have they done so far? Detected some light in the sky, which was flying all around the place, and to me it kind of looked like a miler reflecting light back that was caught in a vortex wind, and it was just flying around in a circle. Looked like it was going all crazy directions, but it could easily be a kite, someone flying a kite next door, or a RC plane or something like that, a drone. So yeah, I'm not sure if you got anything on what's this page, but we'll have a quick look. Where's my Twitter? Let's have a look, see what Brandon's got up. Brandon, I've got to search for you. Brandon Fugel. Drives around in that Ferrari sports car and helicopter. So I wonder if he's got any. So the thing is, they made a big fuss on it when they were interviewing the guy that was a priest from Jewish. What do you call him? I can't think of the name. But he was talking about things written in the Bible and this and that. You know, things coming from different dimensions and all that. Sure. So, have we got any pictures of that UFO? Probably not, because I think they knew what it was. And they didn't even say on the video at the time. Or unless I missed it. Because I was switching off. So everything's about Lou at the moment, and Dr. Greer and the frauds. But we'll cover some of that in a minute. But I don't know if he's got the balloon thing up. Give us a balloon. What's happened here? Skinwalker Rant. She ended up in ER tonight getting stitches after mishap. My head on security drove me to the hospital. How would you get that mishap? Was he speeding in his sports car without a seatbelt on? There's a pretty bad bruise there though, unless something fell down from a building and hit him in the head. He's not saying too much about it. Night patrol and Skinwalker Ranch. Okay. Does it play? Looks like they're building something new there. What's that one? Campus. Looks like some more billions going into a pocket. Jesus. That's a lot of buildings going up. Yeah, so it doesn't look like he's put up that or any video of UFOs. And it's pretty disappointing, really, isn't it? It's really about property and making money. We have documented strange activity. Yeah, they brought out that guy that was meant to be doing research here from years gone with the claims that they were following tracks in the snow. And I'm pretty sure it's in the Skinwalker book, isn't it? Where it turns from human footprints into werewolf. Now, where's it on video? You know, where's it documented? Stories are stories. I don't know why they just don't build their own tunnel under the mountain, right? Start digging. That'll stir up the spooks as well as the UFOs. And the government, if they've got a secret tunnel underneath there. Still no UFOs. Oh, yuck. Great to see you guys on trail. Fancy being a Corbell fan. Corbell, the worst movie maker ever, especially on UFOs. Terrible editing. Yeah, that could be laughing. They probably got their $1 million now each. Thank you for being a fan. Unfortunately, they're not really adding anything to it apart from more videos, which are not so great, you know. Still, leaker or not, they're still pretty bad. More property. Come on, Brandon. It's just hopeless. So that's a flop. So speaking of people that go through Twitter pages, it's pretty much copied what I was doing. You probably know who I'm talking about. So if you go to his page, GUFON, he may have attacked me and criticized me, but if you see when he started doing live shows, he pretty much copied my format of bringing you UFO videos to watch, talking about what's being posted by Twitter. He does exactly that now, but he's not careful what he does. So I normally create these tabs, right, and I work through them. He keeps losing his way and not knowing what he's doing. Also, I use this tool here. So that one there. And that's the times, not America at the moment. Early in the morning. This one here called Session Manager, which you can get it to back up your tabs every so many minutes, every 5 minutes if you want to, or you can save them once you've created it for a show, and you can always go back and reload them. So when I do a different topic, like David played this, Telling Lies, I had all the bookmarks there. 37th Parallel, about the UFO things of interest in Kentucky, and quartz and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it keeps all your bookmarks. So if Stupid Brave or Chrome ever loses them, which does happen with, especially noticed it with Chrome, not so much with Brave, they can just reload them again and not be lost. But just have a look at the titles here, you know. So first one is Dr. Greer, the biggest UFO fraud to hit ufology. Still trying to get his name out there to keep making money. And I have shown you lots and lots of evidence of why he's a hoaxer and a fraudster. And of course, this guy that was meant to be a skeptic has seen the light of money. Something very huge about to drop. So that's like what you call a clickbait. 2.2 views. That's why it's got so many. You know, look at all the views he's getting. That's what teaming up with a big fraud channel does for you. But you got to keep feeding them the same BS or keep it to the same sort of tone as the big channel, else people will stop following you. Especially if it turned out to be like a Mick West, and he isn't by any means. Let's say we must regain public trust. Well, these guys will never win any trust because they're frauds. And they're only in for the money and to live off the channel. There's nothing wrong with making money off the channel though, but this is what these guys want to do. They don't want to have to work a 9 to 5 regular job like most of us have done for quite a long time. And for big money and for, you know, complex work, you know. I didn't get paid $40 an hour for not knowing anything about computers. I got the job done, you know, for contractors. Manny, Area 51, he's another wannabe. And he's the one that we've debunked already a few times, and for promoting balloons as UFOs. And he's trying to
don't understand.
Trying to be an expert, this guy here. He also seemed to copy everything I did. I did the Talking Alien first, and then he showed up with his wireframe one, which isn't written in code like I've done for mine. I did mine from images and from scratch. He used Adobe After Effects, I think. Probably someone else wrote it, probably. I don't think he's that bright. He certainly can't debunk UFOs anyway, because he thinks they're all legit as well. He's not one of these guys that says, is it balloons? Is it this? Is it? I think it looks like balloons, but I'm going to say it's UFOs, you know, because that's how you keep your gullible fans following you, right? And then you got this alien girl, which I don't like at all. Her voice just grinds me down. That was kind of ironic because she was on my live stream. First ever comment, she said I was mumbling and couldn't understand me. Well, it's no surprise because I can't understand her or find it very hard to listen to her more than 5 minutes. And she goes around all the fraud channels trying to get interviews and talk with all of them. So I don't like that girl at all. She's another hypocrite that's kind of in the group, the team to try and make money, but ruin ufology at the same time. Respect lost for Lou cracking under pressure under Greer attack. Maybe just got fed up with the bullshit and said, well, that's enough. There's no point in talking here anymore. He says he keeps repeating the same things. Well, Greer is known to keep repeating the same things and known to be a fraud. Now, Lou has promoted some things which were dubious, like lights, planets in the sky, flares, and skydivers, and should have known better. These guys should be consulting people that actually know what they're looking at, like myself, Mick West, Scott Brando, and getting opinions on it. We don't always see eye to eye. Although I can see Mick West's point, I also have some balance there where I think, well, we still don't have all the facts in place and it still could be some sort of mystery craft. that was going at hypersonic speeds, whether it was alien or man-made, we still not able to nail it 100% still, you know. Until someone brings us that footage, right? Up close footage of aliens walking around on the deck of a UFO or something, you know. It's going to be out there. And the government's probably got it. A lot of people will say it's CGI and stuff, probably. And what's the last one here? Pentagon deletes Lou's emails. Why? Now, he's going through, yesterday, he was going through Twitter account and come across Blackvault, which I've got his video here, of some new video that come out, and him talking about the overview of Lou, how they tried to change to smudge his name after he left, and he was trying to request freedom of information rights of the email transfers back and forth, and they refused to give him, saying they deleted them or they don't keep it for a matter of interest, you know, unless it's national security or something. But then again, his ones were all about that sort of thing, the threat, so they should have been kept. So obviously, he's making a big deal out of it here, saying, why did the government delete his emails? Obviously. So no one could do a freedom of information request. You know the government's covering up stuff. At least the emails would validate him. In fact, them deleting his emails probably validates Lou. Certainly more credible than Greer anyway, any day. It was kind of funny, they had a panel on, whereabouts was it? It was a funny panel. It was hilarious. Who do you believe? Greer? Was it on that one? Or was it on that one? Let's have a quick look. Dun, 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 dun. I think I may have covered it a wee bit last time. Okay, is it working? Okay, is that the one where he shows the clip of them all together? Maybe not. Maybe not the right one. Anyway, Oswald comes on with Alien Edit. I'm not sure if I showed it to you. And they had Blake Cousins there with a smirk on his face. Damn. Always end up, when you talk for an hour or so, you always end up with a throat that's annoying.
Day, every week, every month, every hour, every second of every day.
Me.
That's what he's been saying.
Mr. Talking Head.
We're seeing it.
I'm being a bit of a talking
Greer
head
got
today,
people.
though. Talking head, and I'm a talking alien head at the moment. But yeah, we'll get to the UFO videos at some stage. I was just trying to catch up on all the bullshit and fakers out there. Speechless. Dr. Greer literally changes the UFO field. What a load of bullshit. Is that the panel? No. Whereabouts was it? I think it's on Alien Attic anyway. Was it on this one?
And then part 2 of that seemed to hold up under scrutiny. It's a narrative.
It's just him talking. Why do people find that interesting? Who cares what he has to say? Half the time it's wrong anyway. So it's just him talking. Talking. More talking. Alien girl, yuck. Keep on going. Let's see.
Lou Elizondo and all of this stuff going on, it becomes sort of apparent that the CIA doesn't just put out information
High
just
frequency.
because. They're not just saying, oh, well, here's...
See, I can't listen to that. Yeah. Why can't we find it then? Mini. Oh, maybe it's on this one.
That's why I can't come up with it. I don't
Honestly,
honestly have no idea what that.
He wouldn't have deleted it. And you see, so this is the thing. He's even copied the chapter's idea from me. But he's still yet to present the same way as I do. Instead of having your mugshot on there, just use the screen to show people stuff and zoom in, because not everybody's got big TVs to be able to see that fine print, you know. Let's see, is there a debate here? Don't see it. That wasn't on that one. Wasn't on that one. What's that one?
It's like a park. I mean, it is a park, but...
Stupid video. He hasn't got any chapters, so he's a bit lazy. No chapters. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is good. This is funny too. So you can see he's not too happy. Happy chappy. And you can see here Mr. Smirky Clown. Look at the Mr. Smirk face. Look. Try not to burst out laughing or say something. Mr. Blake Cousins. And this guy here, he needs to do something with his hair. The Oswald, or whatever his name is. Yeah, so when does he come on? Here we go. Okay, we'll just play the segment anyway, just to talk about it.
Golded.
It's the size here.
Third Phase knows it's both aliens and humans working together. Come on, man. Come on, man.
He sounds like Biden.
You know it is. It's both. They're working hand in hand. That's the universe I want to live in. I do too, Rich. See, can't do it. You just can't do it. You just had to step that one extra step, Rich. You couldn't just let good enough be alone. You know, it was almost acceptable until you did
So he's acting like a nut job there.
that. Now, let's see what else is going on here one more time. Ready?
Why is it not
Let's
reducing?
go up here. I think we had fun around 41. Giddy up.
And I hope I don't get into trouble for playing this, but I kind of wanted your opinion on
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I've taken a little clip of Lou's.
First of all, this is great. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, this was one of the things I erased by accident. This dude.
You see what I mean about him and his bookmarks? He keeps erasing them. If he pinned them, he wouldn't erase them. Or if he used the session manager.
Every time Sheehan says, I think UAP or UFO, or he smiles, and then at one point, you don't see it here.
Oh, keep going.
Like it's through the entire thing. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
it's mythology. It's a little odd.
He's like, it's a little odd. He's doing it like this.
Yeah, it's a hype guy. It's a hype guy.
Hey, look at my. Let me get my Aloha shirt on. What's going on here?
My make the
Come on,
flash
Aloha.
not
For the
working
guys,
right.
you back these guys. This is a joke, man.
Damn.
These guys. I didn't
Let me
like.
just
Wow,
fix it
I
up.
didn't even see that clip, and
Yeah.
I never want to watch that again. But high five, Ollie. Made it to 100 watchers. Good job, bro. You got 100. Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Get the thumbs up.
But wow, that's hey, Osvaldo. Doesn't that look a little strange? See, explain to me what's going on there.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Who's that
What's your
guy?
interpretation?
What's my interpretation?
Yeah, what's going on with this guy here, hyping him up and just
What
kind
are you
of
picking?
supporting him in a visual sense? And why is he laughing? Why is this a laughing matter? I thought we were all pretty serious about what was happening. Why do they think it's funny?
We don't know what he's
Michael,
feeling or,
they're
thinking.
serious.
Honestly, dude,
Serious
how am
about
I
making
supposed to
money.
know? I'm not telepathic. Nor
No,
will
I'm
I-
asking your opinion, Osvaldo.
In my opinion,
Yes.
in my opinion, I don't see why it was relevant that he didn't really have him there. He wasn't really like involved in the subject matter. You know, like I saw the whole interview.
One of the odd things that.
Pardon?
That's
yeah.
one of the odd things about it.
It's the oddest thing I've ever seen, and loads of people have sent me this clip, but not said anything. And I noticed the guy straight away. But every time he speaks about the UFO or the threat, this guy is smiling. Blake, you need to. I know you don't want to watch it, but you guys should watch the entire thing and do an analysis on it, because this guy is
I will.
smiling like
Analysis.
like a Cheshire cat. And
They don't do
at some
analysis.
point, when Lou's lawyer's speaking, he's muttering things. It's almost like he's saying what he's supposed to say. The guy next to him with the big medallion and the rings.
Like they're
you
reading
know what he
from a
reminds me of?
teleprompter.
He reminds me of, you know, when you hear about people having like the same dreams, that's the smile, grinning man turning up in people's dreams.
So is
He
it
looks
talking
like the
about-
artist's impression of those things.
That's a little creepy, wasn't it?
It is a subliminal ploy that they're playing.
That was
It's probably just
so?
his best mate. It's probably just his best mate, and he got a little bit
What
drunk or
was the
high. or
comment
whatever
about Greer was grandstanding? Because that was just so funny. I didn't see it there. Maybe it was coming up further.
Smiling.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's through the entire. It's Blake. It's through the entire thing. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
it's
think,
That's before he come on though. I haven't got the right place, have I? Let's just skim through again. That's why I like to bookmark things. I wasn't meant to play this.
Hey, man, I said Greer just wanted the spot.
It must be before here. Here we go. He's bitching about it. It must be here. Here we go. Greer just wants the spotlight. Now you got to defend the fraud. You can't have that. Yeah, it must be still before then. You can see that GUFON doesn't like Oz.
yes. So you've seen what's happened with Greer recently, the other day when he. And what do you make of that?
Oh, here we go.
Grandstanding. Stephen Greer's
Look at the Blake.
grandstanding. Stephen Greer is realizing.
Look at
that
him
the
looking
movement
down.
is-
He almost
Did you
spilt
see
his
my
drink.
reaction? Did you see what I said? Did you see what I did? I couldn't believe it.
Okay, let's just repeat
what?
it again.
To have this conversation with COVID with everybody. So while you're watching this, just for a minute, guys, it won't take me too long to get set up officially. I think I have everything somewhere, but wait, check this out. Because we're still
too much
tonight's
drugs,
show.
mate.
Rumor something huge is gonna drop. There's major rumors that something big. We'll talk about that here.
Maybe the Blaze of the
This
Moon.
was just a few hours ago for me. I like the beginning of the show.
So it may come out yesterday, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Blue's lawyer as well. Nick.
Well, you know, yeah, about 3 days ago, I'll be on the show. Glad to be on it. See Dark Wall. Good to see you, Rant.
Sasaki.
You guys debate, but hey, these guys are saying this in the mainstream media. Why not come on a channel and just talk? Let's just talk.
But
People are afraid to talk.
Because
I
people want to
can
watch
say
you
that
look crap.
A couple of people still, they're thinking. They're their fingers crossed in 2 weeks. If these guys have the cojones to take on Dr. Greer, have a discussion. It's not
Dr. Greer is
we want
easy
to
to
rumble in the jungle.
take him on
create
any
this
day.
dialogue that is necessary in this field.
And
you
if
know,
Dr.
these
Greer's
guys
all
are
upset, he'll
blind.
see you.
Lou
He tried that
Salazar
with
will come on.
Dolan.
You might only have 2 people come on your channel, and he'll have people watching. Why not come on our channel where we have tens, maybe if not 100, and get.
No, look at the bullshit.
My friend.
It just pops on. 100,000 watching. What do you say? Oh, look at his average. It's over 6,000, right? Yet, maybe a few hundred people watching, maybe 1,000 people watching. But look at the face on this, you know. I keep telling you, you got to read the body language. Look at the smirks, you know. Look at this grumpy grandpa down here. Look,
you
just keep an eye on him. These two.
I know you're a man with many opinions. Welcome to the show, Osvaldo Franco. How you doing, mate? You're looking well.
Same old.
He's looking
Yeah.
well. Looks like he's been shot
So you've
by
seen what
1,000
happened
volts.
with Greer recently, the other day when he. And what do you make of that?
Grandstanding.
Look at the
Greer's
faces.
grandstanding. Stephen Greer is realizing that the movement is.
Did you see my reaction? Did you see what I said? Did you see what I did? I couldn't believe
Yeah,
it.
you poor baby.
So why is it okay?
With Greer
Watch me.
recently, the other day when he. And what do you make of that?
Grandstanding. Stephen Greer's grandstanding. Stephen Greer is realizing that the movement is passing him by.
I almost
That's
said
basically
something.
what this is. Stephen Greer is
Come on,
not
Richard. You should have said something.
completely above board, in my opinion.
Oh,
We'll just say that.
You did support him though. You
yeah.
gave him money.
I sure did. Because I'm a ufologist.
Sucker born every minute.
he supported him because he's a ufologist, and then the story went on that Greer called him out, like trying to act
So
like
this
a
is
big shot in front of
mentality
his
in
friends.
ufology.
That's what,
Support him because
Osvaldo
he's just a
said that,
ufologist.
Greer called him
Or maybe
a
he's just a lying scumbag.
secret agent or something like that, and he didn't like it, and all of Greer's friends were around like, yeah, here's a secret agent or something like that. It was really a weird, because he was young back then, and he was idolizing.
Blah, blah, blah.
They made a history channel.
Period.
Did you watch their TV show on Identified? They're misidentifying UFOs constantly. They're shooting stars, really blurry videos.
Kid all
and
calling
they
the
say
pot
that's a
black.
UFO. Or they're shooting military flares and go, oh my God, these are a threat.
These guys
Or they'll
misidentify everything.
Their
Because
analyzation
it's
of
good
UFOs
for money.
Where they put their UFO expert and go, look at this video.
You ain't
tell us
got
what
any
it is.
experts.
He's an
You
enhancer
said yourself
of
you're not
video.
experts.
They're looking at these parachuters with pyrotechs.
Oh, we get an
coming
unstable
down.
connection. Why is
The
that?
guy doesn't say they're parachuters or pyrotechs. What he says is that they're this footage
Not that
is
anyone's
manipulated.
watching inside
This footage
anyway,
is
but
CGI.
hopefully it's recording.
Why don't they just say it's freaking people coming down in parachutes with pyrotechs? But no, they're saying it's CGI, or they're if that's good work, I'm not sure. Unidentified was trash, in my opinion, of what they thought.
What hypocrite this guy is.
Bad trash. It was. Everything was
not better than these guys.
Anyway. Super chat. How did I miss that?
At least they didn't say it was UFOs. The experts said it wasn't a fake video, in which the skydivers wasn't. And he said he needed to investigate that one a bit more. But anyway, that was stupid though. They should have checked out with at least the debunkers online would have checked into it for them. Or said, yeah, we debunked that 6 months ago. But anyway, if you want to go and watch that full one, it's best to go to Alien Addicts and watch it, I guess. Because this guy's just cherry picking. But yeah, I watched that. I think what bunch of hypocrites. They add nothing to ufology apart from noise. So what else have we got to cover? Alright, that's what came out yesterday. I'll just open it up. Have I got it open up already? That one. Another leaked UAP video is published. The Blackvault confirmed. With Pentagon, it is authentic. So we'll watch that now. And I replied to that. Good, someone is doing this. Not the sort of thing I like doing, but I don't get the big deal. Okay, maybe it's on. It's on this video, and then we got this one come out. I thought I had both of them. Where did my other one disappear to? There's another one, another leak. Oh no, it is on this one. Maybe it was the one before. Anyway, we'll just open it up. Just make sure it's on this one. Whatever's attached to this is what we want. It should be this video. I'm not sure why it disappeared. Pentagon now admits AATIP utilized UAP UFO reports. And I said, good that someone's doing this. It's not my cup of tea. Looking at all that 4-year stuff and trying to interpret it and seeing who's telling lies and who's being caught out in statements. He's now going through that and seeing if Pentagon is changing their statements or adding to it. So it's good that Blackvault does that. He's good at it. But I said here to it, why don't they just say a simple statement? It was a centre of experts to study incursions into US airspace that could be other countries' advanced tech known as UAVs, drones, including potential off-world non-human craft known as UAPs, but have no proof off-world alien craft existent at this time. So all we need to do is the government just needs to put out a statement like that, and then it's clear cut, like they don't have a clue. Whether that's true or not is another thing. There might be like segments in government where one half knows about it and the other half don't, you know. The inner circle, you know, it's like the elites. Elites have their own little inner circle information. And of course they have the money and the connections to influence governments and how everything works. So, I thought that was a fairly good statement. I'll just put that up. Yeah. About governments changing their statements from the Blackvault. So we'll just play the video of part of the video anyway. Alright, here we go.
That I thought was interesting. When I was given this, it was kind of, I mean, I'll say it, it wasn't in an official statement, but in the email when this was sent, that there was nothing new, that essentially it was just a cobbled together statement of everything that they've released. And that nothing new threw me off, because this part in yellow, I've looked everywhere. I've never seen this and don't recall it. And in fact, they've tried very hard to correct this to say that UAPs and UFOs were unrelated to AATIP. So anyway, a quick side story there, but that is the background to this statement and who has received it, and it's a rather large list. So continuing to read from the Department of Defense, the first 20. So I held off and I said, hey, whenever you publish your article, you let me. But that was the most important.
I'll just repeat that again.
Drawn from a wide variety of sources. Space weapon system applications. Now, for the audio version of this, I am going to read the entire thing to you. You guys know that I'm not a huge fan of just sitting here reading, but I think it's important for the audio version to hear the entire statement. But also, it's a great refresher, because I looked back. Some of this information were in statements that I got back in 2018 when I was pressing the Defense Intelligence Agency, when they were actually still talking about AATIP. Now it's all transferred to Susan Goff in the Pentagon, and she is the only person that responds to UAP and UFO inquiries. So here's the statement. The purpose of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program was to investigate foreign advanced aerospace weapon system applications, with future technology progressions over the next 40 years, and to create a center of expertise for advanced aerospace technologies. The goal was to help understand the threat posed by unconventional or leap-ahead aerospace vehicles and technologies that could have national security implications for the United States. The program commenced in the fiscal year 2008, with $10 million appropriated in the Defense Supplemental Appropriation Act. DIA awarded a contract to a sole bidder, Bigelow Aerospace Advanced Space Studies, LLC. The contract was known as the Advanced Aerospace Weapon System Applications Program, or you'll hear me say OSAP. The contract goal was to study 12 technical areas. Lift.
What's interesting is the closed captions is way out of sync here. I'm not sure if that's something new that Google's done.
Propulsion, control, armament, signatures reduction, materials, configuration, power generation, temporal translation, human effects, human interface, and technology integration. The contractor identified and worked with academics and scientists to produce technical reports. In developing the reports and exploring how to create a, quote, center of expertise, the contract allowed for research drawn from a wide variety of sources, including reports of UAPs. However, the examination of UAP observations was not the purpose of AATIP. I'm going to stop there. The statement keeps going, and I'm going to continue reading it. That is the bingo paragraph there, or at least line or two. That is essentially the best out of this entire thing, because everything that I read to you up until what is highlighted there in yellow, for those watching the video, that was all rehashed of statements from the last couple of years, none of which has really changed, modified a little bit here and there, but the core of it had always remained the same. What's in yellow there is the new material. That is the stuff that made me go, hey, wait a minute. This goes against what the Pentagon has said, but then they took it back, and then they said it again, and they can't, at this point, I'm curious if they can even keep the story straight. But that was the most important aspect to this. So I wanted to take a moment and at least drill into that particular part.
So there you go. I'll just zoom in so you can read it maybe. Not the best background and font colors. But you can watch the full video there. It goes on a fair bit. He does like talking about this sort of stuff. 55 minutes. So the link's there in that Twitter thing, but I'll post it separately as well. AATIP and the Gov statements. It's from the Blackvault. Quite interesting. So, does it mean that they're talking about alien craft here still? It doesn't, no. Although they have made a distinction there of UAV and said including UAPs, which is UFOs, as we know. Examination of UAP observations was not the purpose of AATIP. So they're saying there, basically anything that was a threat in the sky, what was the purpose? You know, drones. And the UAP was included. Well, at least that's one way of them saying that they're keeping their minds open to the possibilities of visitors from outside Earth, I guess, doesn't it? So, to me, that's a positive thing, really, rather than a negative statement. That's more than we've ever got. Apart from when Reagan did his speech about visitors from another world attacking Earth, would we come together? So, yeah. So, on to the next bit. Okay. Which is probably going to be this one here. And then we'll talk about it. So, a new leaked video from Pentagon. I'm not too sure if this comes from Corbell or not. I don't see his name mentioned. I think... Okay, it is from Jeremy, because he's added it into the description there. So I thought maybe he received a video directly through the FOIA request before Corbell or any of the other people got their hands on it. That would have been good. On May 27th, filmmaker Corbell released another UAP related video, which is, again, we can talk about it. Doesn't prove aliens and connects to his previous release of UFO taken from US Omaha. Appears to be radar screen around the time of the event. This video shared with permission. So that one would be the one with the bogies, right? Flying around. So does that prove planes? So let's find out. We know the logbook was putting down drones, and Mick West was flying its planes. So let's have a look.
If you can write a general that long where we're at, and then the number of contacts you got.
Okay, so we're going to have to zoom in a bit on this one. It's so dark. Actually, we probably should brighten it up. Maybe try the add-on. This is what the problem with video. It's a really enhanced version of it so we can see what's going on. Is that the one? What's that say? Color filter. Yep, that's the one. Let's see if it still works. So we need to brighten it. Hey, look at that. We can see. Doesn't that make it so much different? Just love these toys. Oh, look at that. Can adjust the blackness. So where's the correct brightness? I don't know, probably there, probably. Then you can do saturation as well. More red color there. So see what we can see on the screen here. Obviously it's got some symbols to represent certain things. The display over here. So yeah, we're going to need some more information on this, aren't we? So it looks a bit more busy than this airplanes flying past. Does not look a bit closer together. That one could be the plane coming past. And maybe that's what we saw in the video. Maybe they were filming the plane, not this other stuff. So the ship is here. And we got a line of drones. Is that what they're saying there? We got something on the sea here. A ship. By the looks of it, so I don't know. It's hard to see what symbol it's got. These ones look like planes. Planes, planes, planes. So could that be planes coming in and turning and going this way to land? And like Mick was saying, so let's just carry on watching.
Get the course and speed leaders off them. You know what I mean? And roll a position to us. Like bearings. Might be helpful too. Eyes up. Eyes down.
System 2, maintain track as best you can.
Track 781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots.
There was a cut there, wasn't there? So you got planes in the sky.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right? Yeah.
263 at 3 miles, 55 knots.
It must have flipped then. Must have been a cut then. How many cuts are there? Let's play the game. See if we can notice all the cuts. You can see how much I brightened it by that logo there.
OD, if you can write a general lat long where we're at, and then the number of contacts you got, get the course and speed leaders off them.
It says,
you know what I mean? And roll a position to us.
Corbell.
Might be helpful too. Eyes up. Eyes down.
System 2, maintain track.
Well, they don't seem to be moving crazy speeds on the radar scope there. Let's see that one.
One just sped up to 46.
That one was there, then it shot off that way. So it can't be a plane on the landing strip, that one. But this one here might be.
Knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, 38 knots, holy shit, like fast. That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right? Yeah.
263 at 3 miles, 55 knots, speed.
There's got to be cuts there. There's 2 minutes on the set. It sort of jumped from one to the other. Wanted to see the full progress, don't we? Anyway, as you expect, Mick West has already put out a statement on it, so let's have a read what he's saying about it. We'll try to suss it out ourselves. I'll post the video link to it here. Now, I said, what? You beat #1 UFO channel Third Phase to a new video? And that's probably why they don't like Corbell too much. And Corbell, the worst UFO movie maker in the last 40 years. I was hoping it wasn't a Corbell one. I was hoping that he got it, but anyway, obviously he didn't. How did I get that? I'll just make sure I got the link. So new footage, new leak. What is it, number 3 now? From Corbell, from Navy, of radar targets for the BUNK video. But it still doesn't prove much, apart from they were filming real objects in the sky from the deck. Now, so what's Mick West saying here? Why doesn't the Navy shoot at swarms of drones that show up on radar? Well, right there on the radar is a commercial ship, the Swan Ace. That's what I said, a ship. A large cargo carrier overhead. Commercial flights. You just can't shoot something that is miles away for being unidentified. And you'd think that would be patched into the flight radar data, though. I don't know if what down here is saying. They would have call signs on, wouldn't they? If they were commercial flights. Where's the call signs? Again, there's 6 planes. And they're pretty close together. Okay, so have we got any other information on it? Do you have a video of your analysis yet? Any more info on this? 7 hours ago. Probably not until next week. Of the party and time here in Casa West. Eh? I'm not talking about miles away. When's the last time the US shot at something in anger? The area. Misidentified like Iranian Air 655. Yes, Mick, do you have a video? Yep, I'll just show you the video. That's all we got. So how did he know the name of the ship? There must be a ship tracker software somewhere too. Well, it says on the screen somewhere. Okay, what have we got here? What's he got to say about it? See attached picture. This object has no bearing line. Hover static for a while. Yeah, it wasn't shot down, or at least checked. I didn't see that in the video. Is it the same video? We saw there was 3. I thought there was a plane moving. What else did I say about it? I suppose it might be in the same place. Because there was a cut there, remember? So only one's gone. That one there. Where did that one go to? And the other one went over that way. And how much did it move by? Yeah, it does seem to be hovering there. But we never saw that in the video. Could be a helicopter. And of course they might have their own drones. For visual further up, and maybe that its own radar or call sign detecting and relays it back down. Because higher up it's going to get better signal of things from longer away. So yeah, I thought there was some more information there talking about what the images are. Let's have a quick thing, because Twitter, maybe it's on his other on his page. Let's go back to the main page. Oh, let's click on there. Let's see what else we got. So that one we're looking at. When was that posted? 10 hours ago. So Ben Hansen has been mucking around with a Bokeh iris and got the same effects as Corbell, but we already know all that. No big deal there. Comparison video to test the hypothesis that the shapes in the Navy Pyramid UFO could be. Well, you don't have to do a test already. Other people already done it. Yeah. So here we go. Why would drones show up on radar as surface contacts? The symbols indicate the objects were at sea level or close to it, not airborne, not submerged. So those 3 objects couldn't have been planes way up then. Is that what he's saying? Why couldn't they be drones? Let's come down to sea level. Well, they probably are drones. So I don't remember seeing any of those on the screen, but let's just open up the chart. Let's see. Let's have a look at the radar thing again. Okay, so we got... What would you say it looks like? A circle with 2 dashes next to it. That kind of looks like a towel. Towel. I don't know. Kind of look like L shapes with a cross going through it, like to represent planes to me. And then we got this plane over top, and then we got a streak of ship, rectangle. Now I assume that's the radar sweeps, so that'll be going around or going back and forth. Is that how it's working? That's flowing from here to there. That's coming to there. This one's stationary. But those symbols that they're saying, I don't see it. We saw a circle that looked like it had a tail fin. I don't remember seeing a square or any of those. How about yous out there? Anyone's watching? So what do we got here? It looks like a thing like that. What's that one? Surface is a circle. And subsurface. In the opposite direction. And blue is friendly. And for triangles, here we go. Hostile. I thought they looked more like half triangle. Could be half triangles. I said they're L shape. So they could be. We'll go back and have a look. That does say air there. Surface is a diamond. Underwater is an inverse diamond. Square bracket dot. Or square for surface. What's this one say? Unknown. Looks like a cloud. Looks like a 4 balloons tied together. A cloud, upside down cloud for underwater. Okay. So, again, are any of those on the video? Now, do they look like triangles? Or a dot in the middle? Do they look like squares? I don't think so. Is there another image? Yeah, what do you reckon? Don't look like half squares. Kind of look like blob in the middle, like a circle in the middle. Little sticky bits on the ends, going on angle. And you think it looks like that one up there. Look. That one looks like a square with two circles on the outside. Yeah, let's carry on. Have we got it filtered too much? Let's have a look. Let's see, that could be a problem. Too much brightness, maybe. Turn it back a wee bit. Let's have a look now. Yeah, I'm not seeing squares. Is that chart wrong? Do they look like clouds? Oh, right, they could be blobby. It could be clouds, so it could be that one there. Let's have a look. Does it look like clouds? Kind of like blobby clouds, don't they? Big circle followed by little circles on the outside. I think that's what we're looking at. So that guy's got it wrong. We're looking at those ones, this one here, which is air unknown. That's why it's got no call sign on the screen, I guess. And the C one might be a load of squares joined together with little dots and thing. Can we see that with the ship? The ship. Yeah, there's 3 planes above it, right? Again. Oh, the blobby cloud, or the blob bit in the middle, 2 outer bits. It's up there. Or are they? Is it a square? I can see it looks like it might have a hole in the middle. Could be a square, you know. Square. But then what's on the outside? Square. Oh, they might be other indicators, right? Looks like a little a square or a little triangle, and then a little dash. To me, okay. Let's see if we can draw it and then make sense of it. So to me, it looked like square. So it looks like a square, but pointing. What's going on here? Okay, let's make it bigger. Square, but it's pointing. On an angle. So that way. That's that one there. Looks like it's got a little tiny arrow pointing on the front. It almost looks like that one there, which I believe might be the direction. That's what it looks like. Little triangles at the front where they're heading to. And looks like it's got a dash behind, which I'm not sure what that means, on an angle. So it looks like it's got a dash going that way. And what would that mean? Obviously that's the direction. And we got little lines underneath. It could be numbers, of course, so it looks like a dash. It could be because they're horizontal. Yeah, these ones are horizontal at the top too, aren't they? The dashes behind, which be numbers. I don't know what it looks like in high res, because you can't see the numbers over here, right? You can't see the numbers on the dials here. So it's definitely a really poor quality video. Have we got it on the highest here? Let's just double check. So that would be numbers that are horizontal. Let's get rid of that. Go across there. Could be GPS maybe. Number like that. West. Could be behind it. So that means it's not an unknown target, or it could be the number. Call sign number. GTOOF. Call sign. Well, it could be a number of. So what was these other lines say? Tracking. That's got to be where it's come from. That one's not moved, so it's not moving. So that's got to. That's coming to view that direction. So and then you got dot dot dot. Yeah, I'm not sure how we can do that one. Style. Yeah, there you go. And the gap between the dots shows it's slowing down. A bit closer together, I guess. Let's see. Those ones look fairly constantly spaced, so they're moving at constant speed. So that's on the water. So where's the air contacts? They look squares with the same thing. Okay, now we understand what's going on here. So the only thing is they're saying that he's saying that was a ship. So it's only a square, maybe with a dot. We can't see the dot because it's not that quality. maybe there's triangles flying over it. But why would you have a ship with a triangle air thing in front? All the contacts on the screen. Yeah, definitely little triangles in front. So what's this up here? Is it really the ship? So why is that not a square? Looks like it might have a full name there, written after it on the side there. It could be the name of the ship, cargo ship. So where's the things in the air? All we got is squares. Okay, so what are the squares? Is it on the water? So it looks like this guy might be right. Surface, subsurface. Well, we're not getting half a square, definitely squares. Or it could be diamonds. Are they diamonds or squares? So diamonds are still the same though. They're still on the surface. Because it's rotated, right? So it could be a diamond. Diamonds, a girl's best friend. Is that one there a square though? Now I'm starting to question it. Could that one be not a square, but another symbol? And the other ones are definitely squares. Or diamonds. Squares or diamonds. Bit confusing, really. Why would you have squares and diamonds? Because they almost look the same. Now that one there looks like it could be a circle in the middle. Okay, so back to the chart. Circle. It could be that. Could be that. Friendly. But then that's surface as well. It kind of looks like that one up there. It's a full-blown circle. Surface. Doesn't look like a blobby thing here, which is also on surface. So let's go back again. Now you can see the quality there. It doesn't look like it's got a hole, that one. Let's have a look at those other ones again. It could be a cloudy thing. Small cloud or a circle. Is that a small cloud or a circle? Still looks like it could be on the surface to me. Well, what did that guy say again? See that the objects were at sea level or close to it, not airborne. Yeah, I'd have to agree with him. So does that mean Mick West is wrong again? Although it does, it could be one of these up here, the unknown cloud thing, is what I'm saying. For that one, he's got hovering, or someone else before pointed out. Videos and the altitude data on the targets. And the Sperry Marine radar looks similar. Good luck seeing what that says. He's tried to enhance it too, but also it's. I don't know how he gets that to be no radar data. Altitude data, I mean. Track boats, not flying craft. Maximum tracking velocity 150 knots. So maybe he's saying those numbers there on the left look like 100. Are we any closer to what it's all about? You think Corbell would have got the best image he could and got some expert to explain what was drawn, and then we could go from there. So he's saying it's the Swan Ace. There definitely squares on his one too, with some numbers and triangle hidden on front. And those ones you can see the dots on those ones there. And that one there definitely looks like a square. So he must have got a really good screen snapshot from somewhere on one of the video frames. No, definitely squares, definitely surface contacts in there. That's that one solved. Not airborne at all, and definitely not plane flights. So Mick West is wrong again. So it's boats, and that there, Swan Ace. That's the only thing on that target that looks strange, is that streak there. So that's what we're meant to be looking at, is it? I don't know. Commercial ship, the Swan Ace. So, could it be drones low to the surface? Is that what he's saying? The sea level. So they get detected as boats rather than airborne. Okay, so we understand it a wee bit better now. So it's not hovering, it's either on sea level or just above it. Better check the audio, I haven't done that for a while. How's it sounding out there? 1, 2, 3. Sounds alright. I'll just move the mic away from my face again. So yeah, at least we're catching up on stuff here and trying to figure it out. Just talking garbage about it, like Talking Head GUFON. Doesn't give us anything. He's just waiting for others to do analysis because he doesn't know how to do it. So that one there definitely doesn't move. So he's constant distance. Well, maybe it's moving. If that's moving, that's moving. Seems to be constant distance. And these seem to move close to that cargo ship. Okay, there must be something else we're not seeing on that scope. We're missing something. We're looking at these little dots here, maybe. What's happening there on that one? One's got a cross here. Well, that one's a square too. I can just barely see it, but it's still square. Square. And that one looks like a circle with a dot. Regardless, square or circle, it's still on the surface. Not airborne. The guy's correct. So yeah, not funny looking like clouds or collection of balloons, bunches of balloons. That's it, is it? What's that saying? Mick Rest. And seals, food. I don't understand what they're trying to say there. Problem solved. Oh, right. Seagulls. Little pictures of seagulls, is it? Pizzas. Things that can be mistaken for Tic Tacs. Looks like it might be a hot dog there. Triangle slices of pizza. Birds, seagulls, I think they are, not seals. Kind of looks like seals though. Some, but no, they're blurry photos of birds. But they're not on the sea unless they're swimming around. So yeah, mystery solved. They're all boats. Shipping lane there. So yeah, better go back to that video game, just have a re-listen to it now we understand it, and see what they're saying.
If you can write a general lat long where we're at, and then the number of contacts you got, get the course and speed meters off them. You know what I mean? And relative position to us, like bearings, might be helpful too. Eyes up. Eyes down.
CSMCAO, maintain track as best you can.
Track 781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, I'm actually 38 now. It's not so like fast.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
263 at 3 miles, 55 knots.
38 knots closing in. So there was a bit at the end there. Have a look at that one again. Fresh.
Right? Yeah.
263 at 3 miles.
Hang on, this is a more interesting one. Squares, 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 squares. That one up there, I don't know. That's the only one that doesn't look like it's got a square in it. And that long line we had, which was meant to be the cargo ship, is gone. Maybe it was writing on the screen saying the name of the ship. No, it's around either side of the square maybe. They're like 18 stories above sea level, so maybe they have the call sign because they're so high up above the sea. But that one there, up the top left, might be what they're talking about. This one coming in. 38 knots though, it sounds like one of those square ones, like the boats. Speedboats coming in. Yeah, Corbell, it's not looking very promising, mate. We're looking at sea contacts. And that one up there could be a single dot in the middle. So what was this circle? I think I've got rid of it now, have I? That one there looks like a single dot or circle. Bugger. Where was it going? Oop, now I'm in trouble. Oop. Circle. I think that was on the surface, wasn't it? But not a single dot though. Don't think there was one with a single dot. No, there wasn't. Yeah, I think it's another nothing burger again. Yes, we know something happened. You screwed up. Oh, there we go. It's come back again. Let's just go through it again. Not that one. Not that. Where was it now? Okay. How's it? I'm not sure where the dot thing disappeared to then. Oh right, it was back on my main page again, wasn't it? Oh, not there. And this way. There was another post. Let's see if we can find out. Symbols on radar. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's see if there's any extra ones that guy maybe didn't have. What do we got here? Reader controls. Okay. It's not the same thing. Well, map. They kind of look like UFOs. That's not what we're after. Okay. Radar control. Nav6 radio upper. Triangles. Circles. Nope. Oh, here we go. Scanner symbols. Okay, it's triangles, squares, and diamonds. Nope. APS start. What's that one about? So it's talking about weather radar here. Still not looking good. What we got here? No. Bit hard to see that one though. Now we saw the triangle on the front, hidden, yep. There may be a little line. Turn in direction. And we saw the dotted line, past position. Yep. What's that one? We saw that one before. Yep, I don't know. Reader. We're not getting what we want. It's mostly weather radar. Okay. What would you call it? Radar. It's not weather radar though. What would you call it? Navy radar? Military radar. That's no good, is it? Let's try fishing boats. Marine, I should have typed in rather than boat. Yeah, I don't maybe any symbols on their scopes about ships, but it might be in these little dots here. Don't know, it's confusing, isn't it? There's actually got symbols that look like ships out here. But I don't know. We have to come back to it. But yeah, we had a good look. So I might have more information out there. So the one. Better start wrapping up soon. So Mick West on radar, but it's way different than what others were saying, and I agree with them. They're definitely squares, which are surface contacts. But again, that the diagram didn't have a symbol for close to sea level to air for being a drone. You know, like maybe it went straight down from flying above to sea level. How would that show up on radar? The symbol would change, I guess, from a cloud to a square. Maybe that's what was happening. Maybe it was. Because some of those images that we looked at looked pretty bad. Did it come down and hover? This one here turns in from a cloud to a square, maybe. Just close that down. Zoom in. We'll just watch that one at the bottom. Okay, that one we want to get. Right, I was a bit too up. Check the quality level here. So it's chosen the smallest one for us because we're on a live stream. I keep putting it up and it keeps changing it back. HD now. Okay. Keep on going.
OD, if you can write a general lat long.
Okay.
Where we're at. And then the number of contacts you got. Get the course and speed meters off them. You know what I mean? And relative position to us. Like bearings. Might be helpful too. Eyes up. Eyes down.
CSM2, maintain track as best you can.
Track 781 just sped up to 40.
I don't think we've seen any that changed into clouds, apart from this one up here, which he was saying was the cargo ship. That could possibly be a cloud one, couldn't it? With a right in behind it. See that? Right in behind. And the direction. That one there could be upside down cloud, really, couldn't it? Which means it's subsurface. Okay, let's check.
46 knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, actually 38 knots. Holy shit, it's going fast.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
263 at 3 miles, 55 knots.
That one there. What the hell is meant to be that? And where did the other thing go? Did it go underwater? He's saying it's a cargo ship though. Is he right? Or where does he get the information?
Speed.
I wonder if he's got it on Metabunk. The only one that he was saying was the cargo ship was the only one that looks suspicious on the radar scope there being airborne. The reason it disappeared, maybe because it was a plane. But he's saying it's a cargo ship, so yeah, confusing. So definitely have to wait for more information to come out on this one. Metabunk. .org. So what are we talking about now? Radar. So we'll just type that in. See what comes up. Oh, here we go. First one. Let's see what he's got on this, because he's probably got more on this page. So, how did they determine? I'll post a link to it anyway. Looks like we're going to do some more research on it. And what's it say here? It's a transcript. Now, what was that? 138 knots. They're going fast. Okay, so this speedboats. Because to be a plane, it had to be 400 knots according to Mick West last time. Max speed. Let's have a look. It's the sort of thing that would be driving around in Los Angeles. 1 knots. Okay, what have we got here? Typical racing speeds are over 30 knots. Okay. Upwind sail area. What are they talking about? Sailing boats. The 70 knots fast for a boat. The top 10 fastest super yachts. Topped by 41 knots. Able to reach speeds of 70 knots. So I can guess if it was on the water, that's why I might be saying, oh crap, doing 138. So we won't need to top need to top 70 then. Fastest super yachts. We're not interested in yachts though. We want speedboats. Mind you, they do go pretty fast on America's Cup on the hydroplanes, hydroplanes, or what do you want to call them? I don't think they go that fast. Speed rates 262 miles. Okay, let's have to do our own calculations. What's 138 knots per hour? Two miles. Oh, come on. My keyboard's wearing out. It's starting to act up. Okay. Here we go. 150. So a speedboat can easily do that, right? So 150 we're looking for miles per hour on water. So speedboat average speed. Okay, try that. There we go. That's what we were after before. The boats can typically travel at speeds over 80 knots, 150 miles per hour, 92 miles per hour. In calm waters, over 15 knots, 93 kilometers per hour. Choppy waters. This doesn't match up what we just calculated though, was it? 150 miles per hour. They're saying only 92 here on calm water. But then again, he's saying it was fast on that dialogue, so that kind of makes sense. Maybe that's faster than what they're used to, right? Seen on scope. That kind of makes sense, you know. Average boats. The fastest boat speed record is 317 miles per hour. So maybe someone was doing full throttle on something like that. That's better than that. Speedboats. Let's see what we can get for 150 miles per hour. And see, we've got some pictures. Here we go. Amazing 50 foot luxury race boat. Okay, so that sounds like something you'd see in California. That's the one that shoots out the water to cool off the engines at the back, is it? Or was it jets? Jet engines. Yeah, they're definitely jet engines. Oh. Let's skim it. There we go. Well, it doesn't sing that fast, does it? Is it using jets though? Yeah, it must be. And it sucks it through and blows it out the back. Big jet engines. Miami. There you go. I'd say they have something like that in California too, though. So what else we got? 176 miles per hour. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Has that one got jets on the back? Kind of making a big jet thing out the thing, isn't it? Oh, look at that thing go. I better turn that down, even though it sounds pretty good. Yeah, so that's got to be a jet again. which was invented in New Zealand, the Hamilton jet, and then it just got progressively better and better after that. There you go. So that could be what they're seeing on the scope. It could be a bunch of race boats like that mate's coming in. Anyway, better move on. We'll probably get some claim on that, probably. You never know. As remember that BBC one? They wouldn't release it as fair use. Even though I was using it for teaching. They're scumbags. So I edited it out just for YouTube. Of course, not the other ones on my other sites. Alright, well, I'm going to go through this to see if whereabouts they got the container ship name. Okay, he's saying it's actually 38 knots, not 130 knots, my opinion. Okay, that's possible. I thought I heard 38. So, yeah. But then again, it fits the speedboat moving up close, fast to them, right? Definitely sounds like to me through headsets. Okay. Okay, another one that confirms it. So that makes sense. There's a speedboat coming up. And then they've got sound clips. 38 knots, okay. Not 130 knots or 130 knots. Though setting as 2.75 speed makes it a bit easier. Changed my mind. I think he says 138 knots. Attached audio clip slowed down with a bit of equalization. Okay, they're pretty serious on this group, making sure the facts are right. Yeah, figure the data. Clearly a Sperry Marine navigational radar. Have a look at the manuals, comparing with the UI. Bridge E is probably old. Is that the guy with the symbols? It might be on Twitter. Yeah, so whereabouts can they identify? So to me that looks like a triangle there with right on either side. And that's the only thing that seems to be strange on that scope to me. And they reckon they've identified it as a ship, which is probably correct. So this is the sort of thing I'd expect them. A lot of noise like that if you had a swarm of drones. Here we go. Friend. There is a cross-shaped one. What's these ones here? Suspect. Triangles. Is it? Bad colour, red. Yeah, the triangles and diamonds. Hostile. Suspect. It's funny how hostile and suspect are the same looking. Pendant. But there's not one with a single dot, is there? What's that one? Carrier. Missile. Civilian C. So could that one off the ship here be a C? No, it still looks like a triangle, doesn't it? No. Gotta kick this in, I think. That's the sort of thing that I want to get right in my head. Friend one. Friend, helicopter. Is there any triangles? So the one that looks like the cargo container ship kind of looks like the suspect triangle one at the top here, closest one. And there's a cross here. Yeah, I saw that cross. What's the cross mean? Neutral. Okay. But they're solid crosses. Missile. Missile platform. How can that be neutral? You got a missile aimed at you from a platform that's neutral. Longitude of the cursor. So that might be just like a mouse pointer then. Right, so they can triangulate. So now they're trying to map it. And then what? I think I'm honestly going crazy. Me too, mate. This stuff can get to you. Okay. So what are they trying to say? Beats me. Sog. A soggy sog and race boat. I don't think there are any drones there. They're all boats. We're being lied to by Corbell yet again. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, what's that? Can almost read that. There you go. Now we can see it's a triangle. Definitely right in there. But we've never seen any triangles on the chart. That's confusing. Okay. Yes, we've been over that, mate. It's right in here. We saw that, but we didn't see the little ones over side of it, though. Is he saying it's showing neutral? Surface. I'm not seeing that as a cross. I think these indicators of some sort that's popped up. So they're not there now, you see. Maybe when they move the cursor and click on something, maybe it bounces two arrows in and out on the scope, maybe. Yeah, what's this about the thing? There it is. I sent off an email earlier today and just got back a reply. They offer locations of Swan Ace down to every 5 minutes. If you wanted to pay less, even the lowest price, $171 for an hour, is big much my messy gophers, unfortunately. Now Tyler can investigate it and solve it for us. Historical ship dragon. Isn't coming for free. Yep. So in the upper corner you can see the word Swan Ace. Okay, so there we go. Although I didn't see it. Swan Ace. Is that what says Swan Ace there, guys? Yeah, don't know about that. Unclassified. Alright, that makes sense. Unclassified, yep. Wonder what that's referring to. Swan Ace. I can't see any Swan Ace. But maybe it was there. Someone spotted it. Ah. Stabilized. Okay, we haven't got a stabilized one. Swan Ace. Where are you going to see Swan Ace written here? It does too. Since he stabilized it, now it's overlaying it. Those really fine numbers which we didn't see before are there now. And it does say Swan Ace. So let me see if I can get the cursor back. Say Swan Ace right there. So he's enhanced it and stabilized it. Yeah, definitely say Swan Ace. So let's zoom in. Well, I can see Ace anyway. So, yeah. So what are the other contacts? The other speedboats. Paul has solved it. There we go. We've been sold crap again. And you've heard it on our channel now. We've really pulled it to bits. So you can pick up on Mess website a better version of the video that he spent some time cleaning up. Unlike filmmaker, expert video guy that makes sure it's spud cammy. Okay. That was quite fun though. So what do we got here? Speed bunking, don't be fooled by the latest fake UFOs over the moon. Okay, you've probably seen this one. From Third Phase again, against this CGI artist. I think I've seen this before too. Where the meteorite impacts and blows out stuff, right? But this one's slightly different. Yeah, let's see if we can get a good picture like that during the daytime. Don't know, or nighttime even, off the moon. Not sure if you saw that, but it's. You have to zoom in, but you may have seen it on Third Phase saying they're UFOs, right? Probably talking here. GUFON was talking about it too. It's just CGI. CGI fakes. Let's see, Third Phase. Let's just bring them up. Third Phase hoaxes. I know, change icons and move locations. I'm not sure if we covered it last time. We'll be talking about this tomorrow. No, please don't. There we go, this one here. CGI, guys, and it's still up. Buckle up, guys, for some crazy moon CGI. Oh no, it's so
it's incredible, beyond imagination, if what we're looking at is indeed what it seems to be. It's massive craft above the moon surface and then disappearing behind the moon surface.
Fake, fake, fake.
So when you look at a video like that, do you believe that there's a Space Force or secret space program and this is what we're looking at? Or do you believe that's possibly ET in nature? Or is it
there's a lot of CGI fakes out there?
Yeah, my first question is, what type of recording device was that captured from? And then...
Yeah, so no answers. Have we got GUFON on it? GUFON, expert. Oh no, he's no expert.
Dark Hour, how you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, we looked at it to start with. Where's all the panel talking about this CGI? Maybe there isn't one. Maybe it's on the other channel of theirs called Third Phase. But I bet it's garbage anyway. So what else we got here? We won't believe what the White House just said. Oh, I can't stand that guy. Okay. Buckle up, something beyond imagination. No. That looks like a balloon that caught fire over the Chinese water or something. It's an old video game. Let's just have a quick look.
Exhaust on the top of it. It looks like it's got fumes coming out the bottom or some sort of propellant.
Yeah,
but
it's called a hot air balloon that's on fire.
It's as if it's stuck in its position. Like you don't see it like you would a normal propellant where you see it flickering like this. I don't know, maybe it's the video or the quality of the video, or that it looks, you know, it's on the coast. Maybe it's the lighting.
God, he looks rough.
This is what we should be seeing. This is impressive stuff. And if we get more of these...
Even I could tell straight away that was something crashing down.
It could be space debris, but the problem here is that the descent is incredibly slow, and it seems
which suggests a balloon,
maybe even labored,
coming down. I will show you. I think UFO Interest has done that one. UFO Interest. Buckle up, guys, for more garbage to be debunked. And we get an unstable connection again. It's probably every time I use this thing. Uses a lot of CPU. Seems okay though. What do we got? Exploding transformer. Yep, okay. Not that one again. That's an old fake created in 2012. Artist and hoaxes Third Phase as they exposed a while ago. Okay. Alright. We haven't even looked at that one yet. But there's the answer, guys. Another CGI fake on Third Phase of the Moon. They don't put up fakes, of course. They get them checked out by the experts first before. That looks so fake anyway, doesn't it? Okay, we'll come to that. See what the experts have got to say on the panel. Some videos created by a CGI artist. Yep, okay. CGI artist. Alright, we've got Splitting Transformer. Exploding Transformer. Yep, okay. Not that one again. That's an old fake created in 2012. Artist and hoaxes Third Phase as they exposed a while ago. Okay. Some videos created by a CGI artist It kind of looked faked anyway. I suppose I should wrap up and have some dinner, shouldn't I? Speedboat. Speed debunking, I mean. Cigar UFO fell from into India. Okay, here we go. Here's a short video comparison between the alleged cigar-shaped UFO into Indonesia Sea and several hot air balloon with fireworks launched by residents on those days. That caught fire. Okay, is that the same video? Uh-huh. Close-up video versus spud cam. Uh-huh. Crashing down. So that is balloons with fireworks. So it's not actually on fire then. I suppose eventually it is on fire though, is it? We've got some close-ups here. This right side. Hard to see it though. But yeah, it does look like the same thing. And when you zoom in, it's just a smoke trail, and that's why it's coming down slowly on fire. Yeah, so let's have a look at the other stuff. So that one's debunked.
Massive. The Space Force is in full effect. It's been implemented.
Bullshit.
Actually looks like a Klingon ship from Star Trek.
Oh god.
A new photo that I want to share with you. Rings.
Natural.
Fading away. The other thing it made me think of was the 2005 movie Stealth with Josh Lucas, Jessica Biel, and Jamie Foxx. And in that film, there's a scene where they show a refueling station that's a blimp, and it just does circles way up high in the atmosphere.
Okay, what are they talking about there? Is that the other footage that they said was CGI?
The other... And...
What are you doing about the circles? Which look like natural.
Eclipse. It was powerful. We witnessed it here, right on the big island of Hawaii.
Listening to what? I have no idea.
Don't have much to go on, but again, given the things that I've mentioned here.
Trying to be an expert presenter. Enough of that one. Gotta keep on moving. Time's running out. So what's this one? It's going to be massive news. So that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. Next. And the last thing I want to talk about is security. So they're doing it like Star Wars logo, right? Yeah, here we go. Talking crap again. A bug. That's what it looks like. That's a bug flying around. Or is it that CGI artist at it again? Looks Let's look at out of focus bug.
Now let's take it out to Rich. Rich from GUFON, what's your thoughts on this?
This looks pretty good, guys.
Yeah, everything's good
I got
to
it
you,
up on
mate.
the big screen here, and what I see is an object that
Close
has
to
a
the camera.
tic-tac shape to it.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's FLIR video. It looks like it's close to the water, and then it starts to take off slowly and gradually.
It's a CGI
now, I was
one.
thinking this must be an airplane or a drone or something like that, but I don't see it being an airplane because it's going way too slow.
You got caught up, boys.
And then it left for a while, and then he recaptured it again. So that's
yeah.
pretty interesting that he was able to.
Well, that's what a bug looks like. You get a small fly on the screen. Goes blurry, and it's flying around. But no, this case is CGI.
Focus in on it and follow it. So phone would be heated.
I bet it takes off because if it had a wake and it's FLIR footage, I'd say that that's an aeroplane of some kind. Small
CGI, mate.
Radio control or really far out in the distance, an aeroplane. You just can't see the wings.
Not moving that quick.
And when you look at FLIR footage, you really can't usually see the wings of an aeroplane. But it's
So their panel of experts failed again. Perhaps they need to add Scott Brando onto their panel there. Then they might be having to change their ways of thinking. I think, you know, it's pretty crappy video. I think it's the same one. I'll just go back to Scott's again, just double check. I think it's the same one they're talking about. Not that one. Yeah, there it is. That's the same one. Okay, I don't remember seeing that go up to it though. Oh, there was a plane was there in it. Okay, does it turn into the other crappy footage? That doesn't look like thermal though. Maybe it's just a segment of it then. That's an old fake exposed a while ago. Yeah, it's got to be the same footage then. Balloon one he bunked. What's that one? Ben Hansen, seen it. Balloon one again. And the moon one. And the moon one. Okay. No, it's got to be CGI. So enough of them. We are done. And just want to quickly just talk about Secure Team Twitter account. So I put out that video, yeah, everywhere I could, and go and check out his page since he's put out the new video, which I've not looked at. So his Twitter, yep. So he put out a new video here, leaked Pentagon UFO. Perhaps I could play a clip of it here. Yuck, I hate that music.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team.
What's up,
so
guys?
last night I posted a tweet about this video that you're about to watch. And I said in that tweet
He's got that
that I was going to make
voice.
a video about all their secret UFO study program
This is
has been some of this footage that the Pentagon was completely against. Now, at the time, we had the Senator Harry Reid, and he, God love him, had an image of the night sky, which is in green, where it appears that there are 3 flying glowing green triangles moving through the sky, supposedly swarming one of these aircraft carriers.
Okay.
But I immediately noticed that there are FAA blinking lights coming from this triangular object in the sky,
No, you didn't.
which appears to me to just be an out-of-focus airplane. And then we have other pieces of footage, like this, where some are saying that this object that was caught is not actually doing a rapid turn in direction, but is simply some sort of flare coming from the gimbal camera on the fighter jet turning itself. And I can't make heads or tails of that. And of course, we have the newest...
So the differences are 2 different cameras. So night vision looks at a different spectrum of infrared, and this one here is thermal, isn't it? Computer generated. Night vision enhances. Thermal is computer generated. I think that's the difference. Again, it's top secret military stuff. Forward-looking FLIR is computer generated, I think you'll find, and night vision is not. That's the difference. And unless you put a cap on the front that's a triangle shape, and it forms a triangle shape because of the light. Computer generated infrared. Let's see. FLIR tools. Let's see. Examples of infrared imaging science. Here you go. I've talked about this in the past. Active IR systems use shortwave infrared light. Thermal images are passive and only sees differences in heat. Yeah, but it's just computer generated, I'm sure. Deep learning. Thermal data set algorithm. Sense thermal infrared radiation or heat. Because you can get all the different colours right. It's got to be computer generated to mark the difference in temperature, right? But the planes only have hot and cold. So either black is cold and white is very hot. Anyway, better not spend too much time on that. Go and check out my video on the differences. I actually did a good one on it. Again, it's just a matter of learning science. And thermal, although I'm not sure what it's called. AR versus thermal, maybe. Let's have a look. Probably on one of those. Yeah, was that the one? No. This is X27, which is quite interesting. Color night vision. That was a few years ago, and it's still better than what's currently available. Differences. I'm pretty sure there's a thing in the title called differences. Differences. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Differences between thermal and night vision, which is forward-looking infrared. It gets a bit confusing, doesn't it? Thermal. Yes, night vision, I mean. Well, when you think about it, you can't. Let's see. Normal security cameras infrared does show up heat as white, right? So maybe thermal is not the same as FLIR though. So I should have really done all three there. It's interesting though, because we should really understand what we're looking at. FLIR colors. Maybe just leave it for another day. Determined. What's it not working? Look, we ain't got time. But it, yeah, I would have thought infrared should have been added to that list there too, I think. Oh, actually, I got far and near infrared, because the night vision is using infrared as well, and so is thermal, right? But there's a chart here talking about the infrared spectrum, far and near. Anyway, go and have a re-listen to that again, because I can't remember all the facts myself now.
UFO footage leaked from yet another pilot showing what we see. The entire video, it becomes apparent that all of these Pentagon UFO clips that have been released throughout the past couple of years may all have very simple explanations. So here's a clip from Thunderfoot's new video where he believes he has debunked many of these newly released Pentagon videos, and that they are mere natural objects such as birds or other airplanes, and that when you use these cameras and switch them over to heat seeking, where you're just getting a heat signature, we see something very different. So check out this short clip.
We have tackled many strange stories on 60 Minutes, but perhaps none like this. It's the story of the
by experts to be some sort of anti-gravity drive. It was capable of hypersonic speed, observed by hundreds of witnesses, none of whom could explain what they saw because it was jamming their radar. This is it, people. These things are real. The evidence is overwhelming. Okay, I've got to admit, I was being a little tongue-in-cheek there. This is actually from some guy on YouTube who, I've got to say, has some pretty awesome infrared video of military planes. This one is an F-18 in the infrared. The point should be made pretty clearly at this point. Things in the infrared don't necessarily look like they do in visible light. And yeah, links below to this guy, because he really does have some very...
Yeah, we already know all that. Okay, so... if you click on that video and actually have a read of the comments since I put out my thing, you can see that some people have taken notice of what I put out. What about the stories told by the pilots? And that's probably the difference there. We know the videos are not matching up with what the pilots' videos they were watching. So David Fravers, why can't we see any of his? Because he didn't have a camera pod, wasn't it? But didn't he go back out with a camera pod and he saw something? I can't remember now. I think I remember going over it. It gets more and more complicated and things keep changing. There we go. Look who's talking. Ken the astronomer. Oh, Tyler the fraud. You past years posting fakes. Now all of a sudden you become experts of AT fluorescence technology. Come on, guys. Hey Tyler, I liked your channel too, but I'm out. You have just become a fraud to me. Yeah, I don't think that one may have watched my stuff, but maybe because as soon as he starts debunking, everybody disappears. It's funny that, isn't it? So don't debunk and tell them BS, and then they're all happy. Yeah, so I better wrap up in a minute. Well done. I'll see what's pointed out here, Tyler, and as possible. I've just seen several people compare Secure Team to Third Phase. Yeah, me. Shameless plug. How dare you, Tyler, would never make a 12-track rock album in your bedroom and shamelessly plug it on every video he uploaded. Secure Team will always be the Miles Better channel. And then I posted my thing there. About Third Phase faking, and I said, you think that's bad? Have a look at the stuff I got on Tyler. I don't know if he will or not. As you can see, loads of people have come to the side chat to talk to me. No, it's just all my posts tonight, but that's alright. Like I said, if you want me here, you're going to have to get more involved. And you're going to have to help me out with some funding for it as well. So, yeah, maybe the message is getting through now, maybe. But I don't think so. I think it's a losing battle. Really, I should be going through some MUFON cases, like I said lots of times I would be doing. Maybe coming up. Maybe if once I get this... other project I'm working on out the way, and then I can start going back to doing more regular MUFON investigations of their content. Someone needs to do it. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up now. We're over time. And say good night. And here we go, click on the button. Is it still working? I had a pop up. All good. And let's see what we got next time I see you. Wait for that to finish. Kill it. I wish Twitch had an end button, because it always adds that silly connection lost before it works out that you've actually stopped it.